Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old PC Golden franchise, aka the Showstopper, better known as the GOW's Resident Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, Kid Breezy, aka EC's Resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Gold in the building, bro. What's good?
Man, you know what it is, man. It's Wednesday, man. It's time for that dynamite block party, baby. Right now, we got the mini
Yeah.
men that are trying to kill them, the guns going up
Yes,
against
sir.
FTR career versus titles. And we're gonna talk about that real quick. But man, let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. So we were supposed to get that boy Ricky Starks going up against Juice Robinson, but that
Yes,
ain't what
sir.
happened. What ended up
Nah.
happening is the debut, or should I say the re-debut of Jay White to AEW has been official as he has come down. Him and Juice
Yes,
Robinson
sir.
laid a smackdown on that boy
Yes,
Ricky
sir.
Starks and basically walk away, leaving Ricky laying there, thinking twice about what he got himself into. Bro,
Yeah.
real quickly, before we move on, man, Jay White, AEW is official, like a referee whistle. What do you think, man?
Yo, so I text you. I was like, wow, because the rumor has been all the way up until WrestleMania weekend that Jay White was possibly WWE bound. WWE officials was high up on Jay White. And then Vinnie Mac comes back, lays that bullshit of a Raw after Mania, and then we hear that WWE no longer has interest. Jay White no longer has interest. And what do we have here? Oh my God, we got Jay White. Now we've seen Jay White at AEW before. It never really materialized into nothing more than just a one-off. And now he's back with his Bullet Club buddy, Juice Robinson. Bro, I'm ready. It's official like a referee whistle, as you said, because on Twitter, AEW themselves have announced that Jay White is officially all elite.
Oh,
Baby. Yes, sir.
all right, man. Man, and then after we got Jay White, man, we got Jericho, talking his one too, and kind of explaining himself about what
Yeah,
happened last week after that Adam Cole
yeah.
and Daniel Garcia match. But while he's doing that, we got that Limitless one, that
Woo.
Mr. He don't need no jet black ebony number 8 in his beard.
No, he
Mr.
don't.
Keith Lee, man,
Yes, sir.
basically challenging the, he's challenging Jericho to a match
Yeah.
next week in Milwaukee. I actually kind of looking forward to that to see what that might turn out to be. But bro, I'm gonna get to the next thing, man, because the next thing that we started off with was actually the official first match of the show, which was a trios match for those trios championships. The House of Black, Orange Cassidy, Trent, and Chucky D, the best friends. Boy, my guy. Talk about this match, man. What did you think of it? I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a nice little back and forth match. I wanted to see my boys win, but I wasn't ready to see House of Black lose those titles. What did you think?
I mean, no, absolutely. The match, love the match. I mean, Orange Cassidy has been on a roll as of late. The House of Black on a roll as of late. But I got a
Right.
chance to see my girl Sue. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sue
Mama
dropping
Sue
off the
showed up.
gang in a minivan. Beep, beep. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So anytime we in Strong Island, Long Island, we're going to see Sue doing what she do. But no, overall, the match was good. I enjoyed it, much like you. Would have been nice to see the House of Black lose them. I mean, not lose them belts. To see Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends win, but I didn't want to see House of Black lose the belts. So this was a title match. So it's like, all right, well, if it's for the titles, I'm sorry,
It
Best
is
Friends.
what it
Y'all got to
is.
take this. Y'all got to take this loss. I mean, Orange still got his belt though. So I mean,
I
hey,
mean, true,
somebody a
but
champion. But I do think their time is coming.
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah,
coming.
no doubt. Some tag team go. There's some other belts they can go after.
Yes,
Even
sir.
though we got a battle for those same belts going on right now. Then of course, man, we get a little video package of Christian Cage returning. Apparently, he's returning with Luchasaurus, and apparently, I'm thinking, man, this Jungle Boy thing ain't over, and I'm not happy about that. But we're gonna wait to see where that turns
Bruh,
into.
is it me or
Uh,
do Luchasaurus look like Kane 2.0?
3.0, because Kane 2.0 was abyss. Um,
Ah,
then we got the AEW Women's Championship match. Rio going up against the one and only Jamie Hayter.
ooh,
Haters gonna hate. Not a
yeah,
bad match, man. Not a
yeah.
bad match at all, man. I think it was a little bit slow, but I think it picked up. Hey, again, I know I've had my critiques of Rio, but I've also said, man, but there's been times where you know what, she's made me shut up. This was one of those nights, man, where
Yep.
she pretty much made me shut up. And I was okay with the match. Nice back and forth, but Jamie got that victory in the end. She's still the champion, but she paid her respects to Rio, for her hard fought battle. What did you think of the match, man?
Bruh, same here, man. Same here. Like I was really, really, really pleased with this match. Jamie Hayter and Rio. Okay, I'll say this. I did not feel like Jamie Hayter, even though she was clearly the bigger and stronger competitor in this match, especially
Mm,
compared to Rio, I didn't
mm,
feel like Jamie Hayter had to oversell anything. Like I feel like everything they did in this match for the most part was believable. And Rio looked good. Like I like how they sold the fact that Rio was trying to suplex Hayter and she couldn't get her up. I like how
right.
Rio was trying to pretty much put Hayter in submissions and Hayter, hey, bruh, like yeah, I'm not selling that. Get up off me. But the moves that she was able to pull off, she looked good doing it. And I feel like her and Jamie Hayter, to me, I don't know how many times they've wrestled in the past before AEW, but the chemistry between these two was on
Was
point
very
tonight.
well. Yeah,
Like
very
I
well.
really, really like this. Not only was this one of the better real matches I've seen in AEW, I love Jamie Hayter. She's been killing it, but this is one of her best matches. I feel like since she's been at AEW, just compatibility wise, it had its certain spots and moments, but overall, bro, and they got a lot of time. I feel like they got a lot of time, but it didn't drag. I can respect that and I can appreciate that, Tony Khan. Thank you.
Mm, right. Right. Well, uh, oh, the Lucha Bro. Oh man, I never paid attention to that. That they were the ROH Tag Team Champions. I don't know how the hell I missed that one. Uh, but they're gonna be fighting. They're gonna be fighting Hobbs and QT Marshall. Oh Lord, I hope they don't get screwed out and lose them titles to them. But no, I agree with you, man. Definitely was different from what a lot of people thought, and definitely what I thought, especially in the last couple of matches that she's had. But next up, man, the Outcast. Of course, they showed up backstage with an interview with Renee, and they were basically letting Hater know, hey, we hating, we hating, we doing some hating right now because we the outcasts and we here to shake things up and cause you some trouble. And we'll see what comes of it. Saraya got her opportunity. We'll see which one of these other one will get their opportunity next. Then of course, man, the JSA and the Acclaim. Even though the Acclaim dogged the hell out of the JSA, they were stupidly to think that these guys were with them. So they're going to be an 8-man tag on Friday. Uh, as what was that Bart? Not Bart. I can't think of what gun is that. He tried to disqualify himself so the match would be over, but that would just give FTR the win. Like they didn't lose the match technically. Oh. We got Dax getting thrown into the damn into the ring post. All right, dude. I, I don't want to talk about this MJF promo. This was lame. This was over the top. It was stupid. Kick out. Oh, I'm about to say. Whew. It was lame. This was stupid. Uh, it wasn't the dance number that the Jericho and him did. I mean, it got over with the crowd because he was singing a New Jersey song or whatever, and that was cool. Like that part was cool, but I didn't care for it, and the speech and it was just it's like I'm tired of seeing this from MJF. I'm ready to see him wrestle, even if it's like a tag match or something. I feel like he needs to wrestle. I don't care for the talking. Like I care for it, but I don't care for it as much as we've been getting it. And
Right, right.
I don't know. I think at this point it's just like I'm tired of the 20-minute speeches because again, it still kind of boils down to just kind of being the same type of thing, and that's all he's doing. Like that's the problem. That's all he's doing. I need him to do more, man. Jungle Boy, of course, showed up to beat him up, but man, damn, Walton just low blow Cass, and he didn't even get DQ'd for it. Referee ain't even he trying not to disqualify them boys.
It's career versus title. So,
I
ain't trying to send FTR packing.
oh man, these boys are really about to go. Oh wow. Man, but I that's how I feel about it. I mean, you can get your thoughts on it, man. But that's where I was at with it, man. That was that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The MJF promo was, it could
It
it
was
could have
mid
been
to me. It was mid.
better.
It was mid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It definitely could have been a lot better than what it was, man. Yeah. I look, bro. I don't need to hear your life story every week. This ain't goddamn Uncle Phil. This ain't the therapy couch, you know. And it's cool if you say it every now and again. But when these 20-minute monologues are okay, we get your teachers, we get the MJF, we get the nickels and all that, the quarters, the dimes, the pennies, we get all that, bro. Give me something different. Give me something else. It's becoming real one dimensional right now.
Right. Yeah. Very one dimensional, man. Right now, man. As Cash just fell on top of the cat. Oh, they tried to use the titles to win, but he kicked out at the last minute as it is 10-1 as we are. All right, Dynamite is it going over for the championship match? Oh, it's got that
Yeah.
10:05 time frame, so we still got
No,
some
no,
time
no.
left.
You just a little bit behind. It just ended, but I ain't gonna tell you who won.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Did I go back too far? I did go back a little too far. Uh, but yeah, no, man. That's what it was. It was just mid, man. Sammy Guevara beat the Commander, even though the Commander was just basically a lot of hot spots on, off the ring. Uh, Hook ended up beating Ethan Page through some shenanigans between Matt Hardy, which honestly I didn't really care for the match. Uh,
Right, right, right.
it was what it was until I start seeing, Hook do something a little more serious to where it'll be I feel like he's actually doing something. Um, but other than that, that was that. Uh, Tony's big announcement. Tony's big
Yeah,
announcement, bro. AEW is going to London. Tony actually had a big announcement. he actually
yeah,
he actually had
yeah.
something to say. It was actually newsworthy. Wembley Stadium in London, the biggest football arena ever, dude. As we got new AEW World Tag Team Champions and FTR, uh, bro, how do we feel about AEW going to London for All In?
First of all, we got All In back. Yay! I don't think we had All In since the original All In, so that's cool to see they got the name back. But I believe All
Right.
In was a Ring of Honor pay per view to begin with. So now that you bought Ring of Honor, you got the name right to All In. So that's cool. Um, Wembley, hey, look, bruh, you gonna do it easy 80, 90,000. Assuming they sell out,
Easy,
which I mean, I'm sure they
easy.
will. One, the UK is huge, huge, huge in the wrestling scene. So the fact you better get an American product, the second biggest product out there outside of WWE, bro, I have no doubt in my mind they're gonna sell out. Now, Joe said something earlier, and I'm gonna reiterate that. All
Mm.
In, the original All In was pretty good. Production wise, I feel like it was nice. But I believe that was what, a 15,000 seat arena. Now you got what,
And
70, eighty
you had
thousand.
limited talent that you could use. You were very limited in who you could use for that show.
Yeah, so now my thing is being in such a big arena. One thing I would say, no matter what the card looks like, the one thing WWE does very well, they do almost perfectly, is production value when it matters the most. Whenever WWE needs a statement show, whenever they got to go all out, I mean, come on, look at this past
Mhm.
WrestleMania, bro. That stage
That's
immaculate. Let's
WrestleMania.
look. Let's look at Clash at the Castle. Immaculate. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to production value and things that SummerSlam this past year in Tennessee, stage presentation immaculate. So this is really going to show AEW, and this is like really make or break. Are you going to be considered just another, second rate program, or are you going to come out here, man, and are you going to wow the people visually? Because yeah, you got the talent and all of that, but okay, if you're going to go do these big shows, you're going to step over to these overseas markets. That's a huge arena to fill up. You can't come half-ass with the presentation or the card. And I feel like Tony Khan, man, he got something up his sleeve. And like you said, I think we kind of got a little desensitized to Tony Khan and his big announcements. So
Right.
I didn't hear nothing for like the first hour and a half of the show. So I'm like, all right, like he better not sit there and say they got another goddamn TV show they about to do. And and then he and then he announced the Wembley thing. I'm like, all right. As soon as I see Adam Cole last on the screen, I'm like, oh God, here we go. What day of the week we coming on now? but uh, but no, man. Hey, look, Wembley Stadium, bro. I'm excited, and I also just thought about this. When is SummerSlam this year? Because boy, them two pay-per-views are gonna be close.
Uh, if I'm not mistaken, SummerSlam is early in August. It's August 5th.
Okay.
So this is gonna be at the end
Damn,
of August. Yeah,
bro.
they
Why
well
the
they
hell
well
they keep
remember
SummerSlam
well,
out so
well,
early?
well, well remember it was July last year.
Right, right, right.
So they moved it back to August. Because remember they're shortening the pay-per-views again. So they don't have as many as they did
Bro,
before.
SummerSlam is
So they
supposed to be
spread
the
it out.
biggest party of the summer, man. It's supposed to be at the end of the summer. Nah.
At the end of August, right? But now it's gonna be like now it's gonna be kind of like the beginning of August. But
Well, that works
it
out, I
is what
guess,
it
for
is.
AEW.
Yeah. So they'll have the end of the month. But I know WWE has something that next month. So it's like they'll have another pay-per-view within a couple of weeks after that.
Right, right.
Uh but other than that, yeah, I am excited for that to see that the card that will be put on by that time. Who knows? And that's the thing. Who knows what the card is going to be by that time? Who's going to be in AEW? Who's going to be healthy? All of that. What can be set up?
And the thing
They
is,
they're,
not
they're going to
only
have
do
to
you
put on
have
their best
AEW,
foot forward.
and not only do you have AEW talent, but shit, if you're in the pinch, you got the Ring of Honor guys too. So you can send their asses on over there. So you got quite a big pool of talents to pick from.
Right. Yeah, yeah, you definitely do. But you got to it's got to make sense and it's got to be
Yeah.
good. It's got to be good. Can't just throw out anything. You got to put your A game on it. Tony gonna have to take his bag with him and make sure he empty that bad boy. He gonna kind of have to empty that bag, right? Just dump it all out and just go with it. Uh, After that, man, of course the Common Black Cub they came out basically Daniel Bryanson just loves his family, in the ring and out the ring. He loves wrestling and he loves the violence that his guys have been putting on. And they're tired of these amateurs. So much so that he took a screwdriver to a Hangman Page's forehead or eye. And we didn't really get to see, but we'll see
Yeah.
what comes of that after that. But I mean, I thought the elite would come out, but I guess this is selling them being injured and hurt. So now that he's hurt like this, I guess they're all out now. We'll see them in a couple of months or in a month or so because we've got Double or Nothing coming up, yeah, in May. So we'll see what happens, towards that time. And then of course, man, we got the Guns, who again, my guy, these dudes coming out to 50 Cent Mini Men, bruh. Like, I don't even know what to say, man. This I'm like, who the hell is coming out to this? Like, it's that. Oh, wait, FTR already came out. Who the hell is this? Like, these fools did not come out many men standing like they made men. Y'all is just whatever, man. But bro, what did you think?
The right decision happened. FTR won, and they stay in the AEW.
Wish death upon them, yeah, man, because that was lame. I can't wait to
Man,
hear that. I so want their claim to rip into their ass.
man, wish death upon that
Oh,
title reign because that was whoa. But you know what? I said that though. I said when FTR, no, excuse me, not FTR. I said when
the guns
golly, the
won.
Guns. Thank you. When the Guns won, I knew it was just for them to be transitional champions. But I knew what it was. One,
Right.
the way they won it was okay. Obvious that they weren't gonna hold it for long. But two, I feel like, man, outside of it making sense for the story, I feel like this is
Mm.
Tony Khan's way of kind of, paying them back because, like I said, during the pandemic, when, we had to have the wrestlers as, the crowd and all that, man, they was going hard every single match,
Yeah, they were
every
out there
single
every yeah,
show.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And that was even when, they weren't even really wrestling for really being used. They was out there in the crowd, really just, trying to make it as somewhat enjoyable as possible. So I feel like that was TK way of like, all right, you know what? This is off GP. I'm gonna go ahead and give you them things back. But if you thought Tony Khan would let FTR go for the fucking Guns, no, 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Edit that.
Yeah.
Make sure to edit that. But
Well,
no,
yeah.
I agree with you. No, well, I think a lot of people we hoped that they weren't going back, but I think now that Vince took over Raw, that might have helped to make the decision. Hey, you know what, Tony?
Bro,
Yeah, yeah, you know
I
what?
think Vince helped make that decision for a lot of people,
It's like,
even
you know
Cody.
what, bro? You know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and resign those contracts. Though. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go ahead and put those titles right back on you boys. And the 7-star FTR, we top guys still in. we we
Hey,
we we ain't
hey,
out. We ain't
you,
out yet.
you know what that conversation was like?
Mm.
Hey, boss. How many zero? Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah,
Hey,
that's
hey, the top guys not out. not,
fine.
not out at
Hey,
all.
hey, what do you think MJF thinking in the back of his head? Like,
I guess the bid war of 2024 is gonna end real soon.
he's
That's when
like,
he
you
go
know
ahead and
what?
say,
Hey, come
I'm gonna drop the
around
title.
Sep-
I'm gonna drop the title of one of my other pillars, man. You know, help build this company.
You know what's crazy? You know what it really be just like if Vince is really taking over, right, creative again, or
Right.
strong armor creative. Apparently Bobby Lashley, he was supposed to be in a segment with Theory, that got cut. Apparently Seth Rollins, his segment got cut. Bailey, then the company Damage Control, they were supposed to have a whole thing. She was reportedly pissed backstage about some stuff. Bro, here's my thing. And they saying that morale is already back down. And you shot me this text. You're like, bro, he only been back for 3 hours, and he killed 9 months worth of momentum. Bro, if AEW, I don't know what or how or if or whatever, if they could somehow get CM Punk to just randomly pop back up on television, god damn it, TK might have a chance for a little bit.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go that far. Um, I don't think they need Punk. Um, one, I'm starting to question health. Can he last long enough to even beat her to be an impact? Um, because if he ain't wrestling, I don't care just to hear him talk every week, unless he's just doing commentary. Uh, but right now, they just need to continue to build what they've been doing. Continue to
Yeah,
build your new talent. Continue to have some compelling stories, matchups, and you know take the chances that you take. I mean, you made it this far being who you are. I mean, of
yeah,
course, you'll have to elevate and do a few things new and add something different every now and then, but you stay to the core of who you are and why people like you, and they'll be all right. So, uh, FTR once again, you're a two-time AEW Tag Team Champion. I believe this is the second two-time repeat because the Young Bucks are the first, of course. But yeah, no, I'm fine with this. The Guns, like you said, they had their run. They had a good couple of defenses, so you can't say, they haven't, they didn't do much. It most of their stuff was, of course, aimed at their daddy, but whatever,
yeah.
it is what it is. Now maybe this will help them grow and put a little, put a little bit more hair on their chest, and they can step up. But other than that, man, that's your dynamite block party, y'all. Obviously, man, we just had WrestleMania. It's only so much TK can really do and really put out. He still got so much to build up for the next pay per view in the coming weeks. So I'm not mad. We know TK likes to tell long stories. TK likes a storyteller. He wants to make sure to get it out there. My one critique is really just the MJF thing. Like again, I understand that this kind of always been his character, but it's been the one thing about his character I've kind of always hated. It's like he doesn't wrestle enough. Like you ain't even at that level to not wrestle enough. Like
Right,
I
right,
could at
right.
least as much as I might have hated with Brock or Roman now, I can respect they're at a level where it's like, man, you didn't did all this, now you ready to just chill. You ain't even at
Right.
that level, so but you're the best asshole on the show. So uh, it is what it is. But I definitely want to see him. He needs to get into a match soon, like real soon.
Yeah. Nah, man, I agree wholeheartedly. You know, got AEW out the way. Gonna take us another little day off ski tomorrow because goddamn my vocal
Yeah,
box still ain't recovered yet. So
man, I'm still sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm
yeah,
sleeping.
man.
I'm sleeping, boss. I'm sleeping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But
Man,
hey, that's the Wednesday night block party.
for
Any
sure.
final words, man, before we get up out of here?
Man, no, no, man. Look here, man. It's always cool hanging out with the people. See the show. Dynamite. It's gonna take a minute. We're still coming off that WrestleMania high. We still got SmackDown. To find out. What's gonna happen now that Cody ain't getting the title opportunity. To see what happens moving forward. So, or to hear, I don't know, to see a draft. I don't know. We got to see what's gonna happen with SmackDown. So right now, that's kind of the buzz and what's going on. So it'll take a couple of weeks, but just remember we got a pay-per-view coming up. Uh, what is it, May 6th with Double or Nothing. So, you know, TK is gonna be, he's gonna be planting the seeds to watch all these stories grow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And with that being said, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, as yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's the King Too Cold, and we'll see y'all when we see you. Peace.